What allowed you guys to? Oh, I'm sorry. Just let me know when you're good.
Oh, man. All right, your turn.
What allowed you guys to, I guess, what fueled that barrage of threes in the fourth quarter that got you guys back into that and retake the lead?
Just making open shots, taking them with confidence. We work really hard, and, I think that's just a product of it. We were, getting stops on the defensive end and just pushing in transition and trying to collapse the defense and, make it easy for us to hit more threes.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Jaxson Jr. was sagging off of Herb a lot in that game. Career high for him. Just what do you think about how aggressive Herb was on the offensive end and the lift you guys gave you against that coverage?
It's great. I mean, you have to punish guys whenever they decide not to guard you. And Herb has worked really, really hard on his jump shot. And, I'm super proud of him. And, the growth that he has, displayed, it's been amazing.
What was kind of the overall message for the team going into the overtime period after the way the fourth quarter kind of ended?
Really just keep playing. I mean, just 5 more minutes of basketball. I mean, we got an off day the next day. We just leave it all on the court. I think that was the main thing. We just understood that, we came too far in this game to just let it go to waste, and so that's what the main focus was.
Yesterday, you talked about teams kind of knowing the game plan against y'all. Stick a guy on you, send doubles to CJ and BI. Memphis kind of played that game plan a little bit more aggressive, like I think you talked about Jaren helping off of Herb. What was it today that allowed maybe a little different level of success than yesterday's game?
Part of it was, the defensive stops. In the second half, at the end of the day, you can't top block a guy or deny a guy for the most part in transition. It's a lot tougher to do so. And then we play with a lot of pace. We're moving the ball a lot. I think that attributes to it. We had 44 assists. Last night we had 20, if I'm not mistaken. So, big difference. I mean, obviously making shots helps a lot, but, you got to move the defense in order to do that.
You also talked about getting the temps up from 3, guys being confident in their work. Obviously paid off in a big time way with her, but in general, today y'all got more attempts. Would you say, again, it's because of the pace and the early offense? A lot of them were early transition threes?
Yeah, a lot of it is, just, moving the defense. That's a big part of it. When you move the defense, then you're able to, get up more attempts and, you're able to create more advantages. That's all it was. I mean, I know for myself, I'm, trying to be really aggressive on getting up a lot more attempts as well. Y'all late, man.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's all good.
In the first half, because of the style of defense that the Grizzlies was playing, BI did a lot of work as a screener and trying to free up some of y'all, free up her, free up you. What does it mean to see, you have the leader of your team, he's a go-to scorer, but he's now sacrificing his shots and his looks and working for the better of the team?
Yeah, no, that just is a testament to BI and who he is as a person, and also, what our team is about. It's definitely, a we score mentality, and it's been like that the whole year. I'm super proud of this team, and, BI has been a great leader and has been somebody that I look up to and, appreciate, the things he's doing out there on the court.
And Trey, this is the first time in franchise history that 3 players have scored 30 in a game. Are you surprised to hear that? And also, just what does that mean? What does that say about this team that y'all able to accomplish that?
I'm trying to think of, some trios for the Pelicans. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised. No disrespect to the other former Pelicans, but we got some talented guys on this team, and tonight, it definitely showed that. And Herb, man. What's crazy is somebody before the game during our little shooting time said, "All right, Herb, get you 30 tonight." And we looked and we're like, Herb, he be scoring, but 30, no, that's a lot. And then when he came back on the bench, I looked up, he had 30. I looked at him, I was like, maybe we got to bring him back for more games because he might know what he's talking about. So, it was just a fun time for sure.
Y'all clinched a play-in tournament slot tonight. A couple games ago you said it'd be a travesty if you guys were at home in the playoffs. I mean, why are you just feeling like it would really sting, if you're not part of that?
Yeah. definitely had to be at least in the plan. Work is done. Obviously, we got to get to the playoffs. We got to, make a run. That's what that's all what I've been all about ever since playoff basketball last year, and feeling that feeling, and it's just amazing. And I just want to make sure we get back there again.
Trey, considering all the hurdles you had tonight, must-win game, you guys were down big at halftime. Then they, again, jumped out to a big lead in the fourth quarter. Is this the type of win that you can kind of put in the back of your mind and use during whether it's a play-in or playoffs, wherever you guys start?
Absolutely. It's one of those wins that, builds character. We had a lot of adversity, fought back, had more adversity, and fought back again. And so it just shows our resilience and the fight that we have in this team.
And we talked a lot about the ups and downs you guys have dealt with all year. Just what do you think about the way Willy has kind of handled that as a head coach and one of the leaders of his team, and just kind of been the presence for you guys during some of those ups and downs?
Yeah, Coach Green's been the same throughout the whole season. Never too high, never too low. And I feel like that's pretty important for us. Basketball games, the way that they go, they just are very sporadic. And so, your mind has to stay even-keeled in order to just stay focused on the task at hand.
I don't know if it was your third or fourth three in a row, but you were right on the baseline, turned and looked at a couple people sitting courtside. Just talk about the impact of the crowd and going in your final regular season home game on Friday. What do you expect?
Man, I'm very excited. The Smoothie King Center was popping tonight. Every three that was hit, it's just a screeching yell. And, I really enjoy it, and I really appreciate the fans for coming out. We got one more home game for certain. And, I just really want everybody to come out and, show support.
You've had a couple of games, especially towards the end of last year. You've had it this year, too, where you may not start off the strongest, but, when the game is on the line, fourth quarter, you've been able to rattle off 2, 3, 4 threes in a row. When that type of game is going, are you thinking about what's happened in the previous shot? Are you thinking about getting the next one up? Where are you at mentally? And then when you see that first one go in, where are you at then?
Yeah, I was talking to Jay Rich about it actually, and I was like, after the first one goes in, I get pretty locked in. But if it's 2 in a row that go in, it's just like another mode, like a switch just flips off, and I just attack it and just try to hunt shots and just repeat that same form that I was repeating, the shot before. And I don't even think about the shots before that. I know I just said the same form, but I don't even think about misses or anything like that. I forgot I even missed in the first half, and if I'm being completely honest with you. And so I was just like, any daylight I got, I'm going to shoot it. And, eventually they're going to go in. And I think that's just what happened second half.
Thanks, Trey.
Yep.